I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready.
Today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the New York Giants.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the New York Giants. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Wilson. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in the running game. And even though they're facing a top...
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. They'll run on first down. Joseph. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Right back to him on first down. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And now here's a carry heading left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Wilson puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communicate.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that and not bad at all? I think you earned yourself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running back. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 23. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty call. Some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants going to take over again on offense. On first down, it's Chapman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. And
it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. They'll run on first down. Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. On second down now, it's Joseph. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
and attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, it's Chapman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Derek Brown able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter, been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Anthony Schwartz with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. And I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run on first down. Chapman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the option right is Jackson. On first down, Joseph. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Stop short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle but couldn't get it all the way home. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fun.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are pouring it on. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power and scored.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans! A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats, because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Schultz. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to put.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Saints. Anthony Schwartz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level. Right, when we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the masterclass right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
An extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's the Giants. Offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on third down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson, option right. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Handing it off to Brown. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Nick Chubb stops short, and the Giants are going to get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability. Tucker with the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 66 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints just continue to roll.
Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, Wilson. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Now it's Wilson. His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
They find some open field here. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards.
Touchdown! Complete at the 1. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2nd and 10.
To throw again is Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. The 40, 30, the 20, 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
McPherson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the first down set. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson.
A quick pass here to Godwin.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 36.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.